Purchased this 1.5 acres for just $8,990 in Archer, Texas at a 55% discount and save $8,271 on this property. In a moment, I'm going to show you how we arrive at these numbers based on current market valuations so that it's easier for you to make an informed decision about buying properties like this. It's also important for you to understand this. Very few people get this right. A quick side note, if the details that I'm going to show you in this video, if during this video any of them are too small for you to see what's going on, click on the expansion button down at the bottom and so that it's full screen. Or if you're not on our website already, you can go to highvaluewholesale.com and watch it there. You'll just have to find the property. Hi, I'm Travis Lane Jenkins, and we specialize in selling valuable land at wholesale prices. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to explain the details that should clearly tell you if this property is the right property for you, or of course, if it's not the right property for you, based on your goals and what the property offers. Here's what I'll cover. A quick overview of the property itself. We'll look at it from a map and a satellite and its attributes and uses. I'll explain how we're able to sell properties like this one so cheap and why we sell them so cheap. I'll also show you what similar properties are selling for, which is known as comps, meaning comparatives, which is super important for you to be aware of. And so let's get started. Let me go over to a tool called MapRight. You know what, before we get there, and so we're looking at the property, the red lines or the property or plat lines from a satellite perspective, and you can see this is in a neighborhood. I'll pull out a little bit and let it fill in the details. You can see that it's a neighborhood on oversized lots. Again, this parcel is a 1.5 acre plat. This is a residential home site in Quail Ridge Estates in Archer County. This lot is in the Holiday School District, which, as I understand, is the premier school district in this area. I do live in Texas, but not this far north. I'm in Houston. In a moment, I'm going to show you a few screenshots that will show you the school district line, as well as a few other key elements and attributes about this property. However, let's just look at it. I'll try to show you around and pull back from the MapRight tool so that you can kind of get a feel for the lay of the land. I want you to see where it is in relation to, well, you know what, let me go over to the map here. So if I pull out, this doesn't require so much loading time. Right over here is Wichita Falls. I've mapped it and it's basically 11 minutes to Wichita Falls. Also, if I drill in, you see that Holiday is right here. So this is really kind of on the edge of Archer County and Wichita Falls County. Holiday neighborhood's right over here. And as I said, the Holiday School District is right. This property is right inside the Holiday School District. And so if we drill back in, I want you to be able to see the level of homes. You know, maybe I ought to switch to satellite mode for Google and drill in. It's a little faster. There's highway, 277? Okay, right there. So if we look at the houses, There's a nice house there. It looks like this may have some commercial zoning also. Let's pull out and go just, so let's look at this house here. What I really like about this area is I'm able to go down to street level and look at what's going on, which is pretty impressive. Nevertheless, you can see this is an older house in the area. If you look over here in an area that I'm about to show you, you'll notice that the houses go up dramatically in cost. These are, higher end, pretty new homes. And so anyways, that gives you a feel for what's going on in that area. And so this property that we're talking about is right here, right over here. And that's the area that I was just showing you. So this property is really kind of the best of the both worlds. You need to check on zoning. I'm almost positive that since there's some commercial buildings in the area, that you could do either residential or commercial. Looks like I see a commercial yard here. Yep. Some older houses here. Obviously there's power lines right in the area. So you get the gist with what's going on in this area. Beyond the attributes of location and the other things that I've just mentioned, this property is an excellent investment considering our selling price, meaning that you could practically double your money the day you purchase it from us. Obviously, I can't guarantee that you would sell it for double, but as you soon will see, the same exact types of property are selling for double, which should really tell you everything you need to know, not to mention the appreciation that happens with property itself and the fact that this is so close to town if you buy this and hold on to it. The next thing that I wanted to cover in this video is how we're able to sell so cheap. And some people have asked, is there something wrong with the property, or why would we sell the property so cheap? And our overall strategy is to sell property much lower than market because it allows us to turn it over faster. If I back up and explain how we acquire it, it may make a little more sense. We have multiple tactics that we use to acquire off-market properties from landowners that really don't want to own the land anymore. And so quite often they've owned the land for decades, 20, 30, 40 years, and we just make it very easy for them to cash out. Or they pass away and someone in the family inherits the property, and then we buy it from them. We also buy property in bulk, and each one of these tactics, and this is just a few of the tactics, allow us to dramatically lower our cost of acquisition per acre. And then we turn around and price the property at a very low market value. Traditionally, we try to get into the 40, 50, 60% range so that we can move things, property much faster. It's virtually impossible for you as an individual to beat what we're offering because of our strategies and the way that we purchase it, because we acquire it so cheap. So basically, this is what makes us different from most real estate investment companies. They're trying to maximize every single dollar they can get out of the sale. We're really just the opposite of that. Okay, so next I'm going to show you how we come up with comps. Remember, those are comparables, which is the process of taking similar properties and comparing them so that you can understand what the appropriate price and value of the property is. And so here in this first screenshot, you can see that there's 3.46 acres for 36,000 or 32,500. Next we have, this one is 0.3 acres for $32,000. 2.64 acres for 32,500. It's in the same neighborhood right down the street. It's 2.84 acres for $35,000. And so I'm sure you get the idea of what's going on. We basically go through the process of entering all of these comps into a spreadsheet, and then we break down what the price is per acre in this lot size range. And then we multiply it by the acreage of the property that it's being compared to. So that's basically how we come to the conclusion on what the proper value is for the property in the area. And then of course we take it a step further and we discount the property 30, 40, 50, 60, sometimes even 70% off of comp values, because again, the business model is designed to move the properties very, very quickly. One last thing that I wanted to show you while we were here is this is a 3D view of the property layout from this satellite, and there's the city of Holiday over there. And then this other thing, what I really like about this tool that we use is it shows that this is within the Holiday School District. Shows the plat, so it's right there on the edge. And then over here looks like the Iowa Park Consolidated Independent School District. So in closing, again, our business model is designed to turn over land very quickly. If this property fits the parameters of what you're looking for and it speaks to you, obviously it's way below market value, I would suggest you go ahead and take action now and go to our website, highvaluewholesale.com, if you're not already there, and locate the property listing and click on the Buy Now button to expedite your ownership of this property. As always, sending my best, this is Travis Lane Jenkins signing off for now. Take care, my friend.